Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bartell's Roadie Gymnasium. I'm Craig Christensen, right beside Mike McKelly. We're going to watch the Muskegon Community College Jayhawks take on the Niagara
Timberwolves.
You knew where I was going.
Timberwolves tonight, Craiger.
We've done this a lot of years, and I can never remember that they're the Timberwolves.
I know, but that's what I'm here for. I'm providing color tonight.
Oh, is that right? I don't know what that means.
So, first up tonight at 125, we have Zach Seitz. Zach Seitz wrestling for the Jayhawks, and he's going against Jacob Bell for the Timberwolves.
Seitz, a two-time state place winner for the Fruitport Trojans.
Straight out of the Trojans' wheelhouse, right?
High school record of 139-42, Zach Seitz. Did we say who he's wrestling from Niagara?
Jacob Bell from Niagara.
So Niagara comes in. They've done some wrestling. They've done a tournament and a duel already, and they come in with some hammers. Jacob Bell was second at the Brockport Open last year. On their squad, I don't know if you know this, they have a four-time New York State champion and a Division III All-American who transferred for just this year.
I did not know that. I do notice that they sport a mullet there in Niagara during the coin flip. So
this is Jacob Bell. He's got a that's not Jacob Bell with the mullet, but that is a first-class mullet.
The first business in the front.
All business in the front, party out back.
You got it.
Shin toss. We can shin toss from there.
Okay.
Huh?
We're okay.
Okay. Marty asked for it, so I just had to drop it off.
Okay. Being offered a mouse right now.
Being offered a mouse for the computer.
You don't want to use that, I'll just say.
We're not even using a computer.
We're not even using a computer.
But it's always good to have a mouse around.
You never know when you might need a mouse.
Never know.
At a dual meet.
Yep. Jacob Bell.
Control that head on AC. Right hands. Control that right hands. Yes. Right hands, AC. Left arm out wide. Left arm out wide. Now get your left arm out. Face up. Face up. Fine. Don't let the boot in.
Just getting ready to start the match today.
Make it work out top. Just hold on to it.
Eric Herbstreet, the official tonight, making his way to the center with Zach Seitz and Jacob Bell. And we're on.
Shin toss. Shin toss.
In years past, this was the first match that the Jayhawks would have wrestled. Not this year. Last year, or last weekend, they were in action.
Where'd they wrestle last weekend?
It was downstate. I want to say Alma, but I'm only about 60% sure on that. Nice high crotch, Bell.
And that return for two. Jacob Bell did get it nice on that high crotch for Niagara. Come in and finish it.
Seitz looked like he dove back down towards the leg, maybe trying to get into some of the funk business. Is that something he does?
It is something he does. He's a dive back down, rolling around, trying to come out on top type wrestler. But right now he's down underneath Bell. Bell's got a leg on.
Bell looks like he's maintaining pretty good hip pressure. Well, not now. He lost the leg.
Sykes does a pretty decent job spinning out to go in front. Tries to take it through. Bell keeps on the hook. Sykes gets an escape for one.
Duck under attempt by Sykes. Couldn't quite find the corner there.
And they go out of bounds. Matches are a little bit tight along the bleachers there.
It's always hard, I would imagine, to officiate that side over on the wall.
Well, it is. Both of the mats here tonight roll up on each side, so either side you're on, gets a little tight.
It's hard to wrestle over on that edge too. Do you remember wrestling over there and any of the problems that it presented you?
You didn't know exactly where you were going to end up being, so you ran them right into the wall. See if you can get that out of there.
You know, takedowns for me were pretty few and far between, but I seem to remember being in on a takedown, ready to score, running into that wall, and lose the momentum, having to start back over. It's an interesting exchange going on the edge.
Made for good audio there against the bleachers and nothing else. Sykes had a little bit of a broomstick in there, kind of tried to roll through. Bell from Niagara held on, and he went out of bounds.
So unlike high school wrestling, well, is it unlike high school wrestling, the cylinder rule in effect here? As long as there's anything in bounds, then action continues, even if it's a toenail?
In college, it is that way, as long as you're not wrestling up a wall. That you have any point straight in bounds, you're in bounds. Now in high school, it's 2 points, so it's a little bit different than high school, but they go out of bounds there as we're talking about it.
So these guys have been wrestling at a pretty high pace here for the first couple of minutes. I see Sykes is the first one back to the school, or back to the center. Bell looks like he's breathing a little bit hard with a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, his mouth is open. He's got his jaw down a little bit, but he does have that 2-1 lead. He does seem to be. Sykes has been in a couple times on this shot, looking to finish. He's got that head outside single right now, and they end up going out of bounds.
Probably real fortunate that they went out of bounds there for Mr. Sykes.
Yeah, it was. You know, a lot of what they do, they try to crack it back and sit it down, and they he needed to step up, double off, and he would have had that. Instead, they take it back up and over, and he was not in a good spot. So.
Looked like he took a while trying to get that corner rather than crack him down. He looked like he was trying to find a corner and really let Bell set his feet.
He did. He's been known for that too, taking that one over the top of his shoulder, a little backwards, but he's been able to score a lot of points by doing that.
And of course, there's the edge. Been interesting had they wrestled that out, given Sykes a chance to stop that momentum, put him back on the mat, or Bell scores there.
And there's an escape. Score 3-1. Beginning of that second period. Sykes comes in, but he keeps leaving that arm behind. His right arm stays up when he comes in for that single. Gonna have to bring that with him.
I like the idea of the duck there. Almost feels like he needs a little bit more pop on it coming back up through. He's got good downward motion. He's creating some space, but he's not filling that space with his head.
Right.
And of course, it's hard to attack Bell down there in an actual 4-point with a 2-point lead. It's a lot to penetrate through a head, forearms, hands.
Zach's done a pretty decent job of getting in on the shot. This one he's not in there. Got to be careful here because Bell's been pretty good from that front headlock. Zach's in the cradle right now, and that's a 2 takedown.
Zach's gonna have to be stubborn here to not give up back points. Maybe Bell's just content to wrestle out of this position, not take any chances.
He's got it locked pretty good. Zach's done a good job of not going over. He's awful flexible.
Coach wants back points. Watching the Niagara coach in the corner, he doesn't want him to stay in this position. I think they're looking for bonus points here.
They're looking to score with it. Now, short time's coming up right now. Now, that'll end that second period. The score right now is 5-1. Sykes is going to go down to start the third.
Do you know if we're using riding time tonight, Mike?
I do not know. I have not been able to see if we were using riding time or not. Sykes is out front on a sit-out, but he left his arm.
Zach trying to keep that hammer lock not on his back. Looked like Bell got it out. That's going to leave Zach wrestling one-handed until he can get that left hand back.
It will too. It's not the best position to be in. Zach's got to attack those hands right there. Get on those hands. He's sitting in that spiral ride. Right now, he's the one that has to score, and Bell's just content hanging on. He's got that hammer on the back again. It looks like there is riding time tonight. Okay, and I got to believe that Bell's amassed a minute of riding
I
time.
would think we're there. Can you see the scoreboard from where you are?
I cannot.
I'll ask you later how you know that we're doing riding time. It doesn't matter. I trust you.
I can see an opposite score here.
Trying to figure out if Bell's content to ride out this decision, or if he's going to try to score back points or get back to his feet, chasing the bonus team point here.
Sykes was just warned for stalling. I'm not sure how that came to be, and just like that, he gets a reversal.
Bell at this point looks figuratively and literally flat. He's not coming up. He's not in a short time.
+1. So that makes the final score. Six to 3.
I like that Sykes was scoring at the end of the match there.
It was nice that he was scoring. Now, Bell also had a 4-point lead in a sense with the riding time, so he didn't have to do a whole lot not to give up those points. But a 6 to 3 match is what it was. So
this will bring up Matt Gowron from Niagara. He was 6th at the Brockport Open last week.
that brings up who from Niagara?
I think Matt Gowron. Still waiting to see who we'll have from Muskegon. Looks like it's going to be Isaac Trout from Muskegon. Trout, a freshman out of Jenison High School, 37-14 last year.
I don't.
Good job. Catch those hands.
Not quite sure what's happening over at the scoring table.
I think we're looking to see who's wrestling.
Matt Gowron is a sophomore. He's out of Akron, New York, Clarence High School.
How'd he do last week?
He was 6th. 6th, trying to check and see how he did in their dual meet last week. That information coming a little slow. They wrestled the Saints in a dual meet last week.
The Saints?
The Saints.
From Aquinas?
No.
No.
It's the headline is that they beat the Saints and that it was a Western New York Athletic Conference win. Oh, over Mercyhurst. Mercyhurst Northeast.
There we go.
According to the article, Niagara and Mercyhurst are both ranked nationally. I'm not sure exactly what the Timberwolves are ranked right now.
We're off. The match is beginning. Trout's got a nice front headlock right now, putting him on his hands.
Good position with the front headlock. He probably lost it, and now he's in a front headlock.
Kept looking for it to split. Hey, Justin, let's go, buddy. Keep breathing. Hey, stay up. Door off, man. You be smart here. Yep.
Feeling each other out at this point, Mike.
Yeah, they're spinning back and forth and going at it. Matt Gowron is a freshman, you say?
He is a freshman.
So we have
No, I'm sorry. Matt Gowron is a sophomore
he's a sophomore.
out of Akron, New York.
Trout's a freshman.
Trout's the freshman out of Jenison.
Ooh.
What was the situation there?
Well, it must be a hands to the face. I didn't get to see what exactly it was, but he gave him a point for it just the same.
Neither of these guys are ranked in the top 8 nationally right now. Hector Candelaria is the #1 ranked wrestler from Ellsworth. Jason Shaner out of Clackamas is 2. Brock Luthens from NIACC, Niagara Community College. Is that Niagara Community
That
College?
is not. Northern Iowa Athletic.
Northern Iowa, my apologies.
I don't know that.
I bet it is. I bet
Maybe
you're right.
Illinois.
It's one of those, eyes.
It's got to be an I school, I would say.
Yep. And out of Nassau, Anthony Sobatker. And then Joey Ravelli. He's probably related to you somehow, Ravelli.
Good Italian name like Ravelli.
Out of Western Wyoming are the top 5.
Gowron's had a front headlock a couple times on Trout and is able to get away. Trout comes in with a nice reshot down that single. He's got to come up and split. Finish that single up for 1, for 2. He's got the leg hook. He can pop his head. There's head's popped. He's got it doubled off. That should be 2 points, and it is. Nice takedown.
That was some stubborn wrestling over on the side of the mat.
So at the end of the first period, score 3-0 for Trout from Muskegon.
The hand to the face rule.
Hand to the face
You
rule.
can't touch somebody's face without giving up a point. Is that the deal?
Kind of like that. They changed it up a little bit this year, so there's some intent involved with it. But yeah, that is the rule. So I believe Gowron chose down. Trout put him back on his feet. So the score right now is 3-1.
According to the information I have right now from Intermat, it has Niagara 17th, but I can't tell. I think that's the current rankings, but there are points next to it. Is that do they do rankings by point?
They rank by points. So
Okay, so Niagara's 17th with 20 points. Triton, down in Chicago, is tied for 17th.
Gowron's in a nice low single. Trout's done a good job of spreading that weight back out, kind of neutralizing the position. Now, as I say that, he comes right up between the legs, so Godwin's up between the legs right now. Trout's trying to get the angle on the side. Has a leg in, but he also has an arm under it. He's got a scoop. There's 2 takedown right there. He's got the leg on the hook. That was a nice job by Trout.
Oh, he's gonna. Looks like he could. I thought he had a better position there. I was looking for back points. I got really excited though.
Well, he's in a good spot with that hammer lock for sure. Just keeping it slow, elbow to the ear. They stopped the action for potentially dangerous with the arm too high up on the back. Trout did a good job of bringing him down. He's got a nice cross wrist ride. Let's go the wrist ride for a leg ride.
Trout really transitions well on top. He goes from the wrist to a straight leg.
He's going to have to watch that over scissors, and there it is.
Is that an illegal hold or potentially
It's
dangerous?
an illegal hold. He had his back toe hooked over top and the leg ride for over scissors. Herb Street thought it was going against the joint for illegal hold for a point.
So what's the score now?
So right now we have a score of 5-2. Short time left in the second. Trout keep the leg on. Matt return, nice job.
Yeah, that was a very nice
Keep him on the
job.
mat.
Not giving up a score there at the end of a period is huge.
So right now going in to start the third, we have a score. We have a score of 5-2. Trout's gonna choose down.
You like that call?
I can't say because I haven't seen him go down yet, but I do know he had a couple nice shots in for the takedown, and he rode the snot out of him for a riding point right now. So
I always get nervous when my guys that I'm coaching, if we've taken a guy down and either turned him or rode him, and then we go into the great unknown in the third. Sometimes you walk into a trap, but not that time.
not this time. He was up for escape for one, and then got right back in for a takedown for two. So he's done a nice job. And
He
now
knew what he was doing.
He must have known what he was doing.
Like the way Trout wrestles on top. Good pressure.
Good pressure, switching from wrist to legs to head. Keeps moving. Coming off the side a little bit too. Keeps working for a new position. Got that spot. Oh, he missed that lift, but
A little hand fighting going on here. See if he has any offense out of that. A little drag.
working on a little drag. His wind still seems to be good. He's not flat-footed.
Yeah, he's going hard still.
So sometimes that can be a little bit of a transition too for freshmen coming in, going from a 6-minute match to a 7-minute match with riding time. Hasn't seemed to have affected Trout too much.
Looking for that front headlock again.
He's 8-3 right now. If he could score some points, if he can get a takedown, it puts him in bonus. I'm assuming he has the riding time. There's a nice step.
good
Finish for
hustle.
two.
One more turn before we carry
Looks like he got a knee.
Riding time for one.
He didn't make it to bonus points though, right?
He did.
Oh, he did. Good.
One more.
What was the final?
Final score 11-3.
11-3. That's bonus points. I think the Jayhawks are going to be open Oh, they're going to be moving some guys around to avoid the open weight class, but I feel like if they're gonna make this one interesting, they're going to need some bonus points.
Who do they have coming up at 141 for us?
Well, let me check my source. At 141, Michael Carrasco. He is a sophomore out of Granville.
35, don't rush it, don't rush it.
He is the MCCAA. He was first at that tournament. He was a national qualifier last year and second at the North Central District. That's Carrasco.
was?
Yep.
All right. Nice.
We're taking on Jacob Manusco. Manusco was fourth last week at the Brockport Open.
Rusco, is he a freshman?
That's a good question, Mike.
Mike,
That information is not on. I gotta look that information up.
that was a nice fireman for a takedown by Carrasco.
I missed it. I'm looking up information.
I know that play-by-play stuff is for real work. It's for real work. Or color.
Color, yeah.
Play-by-play.
Both of those. Manusco is a
Look at this
he's a freshman.
tilt. Look at this tilt, coach. Oh, he had it. And he's gonna let the pressure off a
No,
little
you
bit.
can't do that.
Can't let the pressure off.
Manusco's a freshman from West Seneca, New York. West Seneca High School. West Seneca West High School.
Mancuso?
Mancuso? Yes. Freshman. He was on his back just then when you were writing.
He was. So right now we have a score of 4-1. Almost some back points there.
Almost.
Can't let Boots come in free. Can't let Boots come in free. High hips, high hips, high hips.
Carrasco.
Carrasco?
Where's Carrasco out of? Granville, wrestling for Bubba Gritter.
Yes, Bubba Gritter. Granville.
We go out of bounds. Struggle a little bit.
Well, I got a lot of moving parts over here. I'm looking stuff up.
Put your head away. Put your head away. There you go. That way. Swim for that. There we go. Pull it in. There you go. Tough on top now. You got to chicken away.
Wood's got a nice bar to lift. Oh, ends up in a bad position on his back. True reversal. He's
They went from great position.
That was a 4-point near fall right there.
Well, I thought he was going to get near fall there. That's almost like an 8-point swing. No, because he gets a reversal too. It's like a 10-point swing.
It's a bit. Right now the score is 7-4. And out of bounds they go.
Things are getting interesting, Mike.
It is getting interesting. It went from I thought a match that Carrasco had in hand there for a little bit, and then Mancuso had something else to say about it.
I'd love to see that turn of events on replay. Oh, there he goes again. It's a reversal. And we'll see if he's looking for a far side cradle right now. He got reversed and back pointed out of a lift that I thought he was in pretty good position in. I'm not sure what happened.
He's got that same bar between the legs. He's coming up for almost a Turk on his lift. Got out of position a little bit. It's early in the year.
Go back to that lift if he can get to the wrist.
Armbar. Yes. Just like we talked. Yes. Hey, put that elbow on your chest. Put that elbow on your chest.
Carrasco just needs to be a little bit more careful with his hips. That scramble there at the end, 10 more seconds in that period, we might have had another scramble.
He's getting pretty, it is a little bit sloppy with where he's at with his hip position. So, Mancuso chooses down to start the second.
16.
Score 7-6. I have no idea who would have riding time.
course, we got a shoelace, so that's going to be the obligatory stalling call.
Do you award the stalling call?
Good job. Green, your choice. Top on neutral, you want to defer.
Looks like Carrasco is feeling like, well, if I'm going to get the stalling call, I'm going to take my time tying this shoe.
Up and out, Owen, up and out.
He's going to go for the lift again. A little bit different lift in position anyway. Carrasco got his hips out of position again. He's on his back. I guess he was probably about 3 minutes and 40 seconds in that match. What do you say?
I think that's real close. Well, you go from really dominating a match, including a 6 or 8 point swing. You still feel like you're in control of the match, get a little careless with your hips, and it's lights out.
I can't imagine Coach Picard's going to be too pleased about that one. That was a match he should have had.
.149 will bring up Parker Dawson.
Parker Dawson out of Fremont,
Local
Michigan.
boy. Wrestled for Craig Zira in Fremont. He was a state placer last year. Not sure what place.
No,
Just a state placer.
2 years ago. I
2
believe.
years ago, he's a freshman.
That may be
but
the
he
case.
He placed 2 years ago. He's a regional and district runner-up, senior record 55-9. He's wrestling Frankie Gissedaner. He was first at the Brockport Open last year. He is a 4-time New York State champion.
Frankie just got a takedown on Dawson.
That's not what we talked about.
You're not going to ask me to repeat myself on the 4-time New York State champion?
That is a pretty impressive stat that you threw out there.
That's not enough to get you into the national rankings, though. At least in the top 8.
Not yet, but he's getting it going right now.
You think you'll get there?
I think he just got too near fall. There's 4 near fall. He's working on some more back points here.
I want to say that
There's 4 more near fall.
Gissender pinned his way through the Brockport tournament. 4 pins and a technical fall at that tournament.
Four pins and a technical fall.
In a college tournament.
That's a decent day.
He's a 4-time state champion out of New York.
Out of New York, Michigan. Out of New York, Michigan?
The other New York.
The other New York. Ooh!
Hey,
Dawson, I like the...
Dawson's game, though. I mean, he gave up the takedown there, but he's still wrestling. He's still battling.
I think we're 14-1 right now. And that's 2, 6, 12, 14-1. It could be 12-1.
Dawson's going to go down. It's either 12 or 14.
It's either 12 or 14 to 1.
We can't see the scoreboard.
I cannot
And you're in
see
Mike
the
McKelly's defense.
That's tight. He's got a pretty tight half Nelson in
He
there.
does.
And he's going to stop it. Let's see.
Nelson's shoulder was kind of heading the wrong direction there. I think that's a good stoppage. Gissender probably doesn't agree.
It is a college match, so
You don't think it should have been stopped?
oh no, it should have been stopped. Gissender hasn't ran that half from the other side yet. The side with the shoulder brace on it.
The side with the shoulder brace.
And looks like as I say that, he's going to change it.
He's going to try that side. Almost looked like he had a full Nelson there for a
really
minute.
looked
He
like
must
a
not
full-
have, but
he must be switching off, and we just can't see it. Camera's on the opposite side of the announcers, so
four-timers don't run the elusive full Nelson.
no, the double half. As
The
it
double
were.
half.
Pull him in, cradle.
Scott working on a chicken wing. He's got a bar. He's going to run an old school step. Jumps to the half. That's pretty tight as well. Gissender's got a bar and a half. So for all those kids watching out there, when coaches are teaching you bar and a half, you don't need anything fancy. It's just an old school straight up. And just like that, he's gone pretty well on his back. And there's the fall. I'm going to say that falls somewhere in the 4-minute, 20-second range.
I think so too.
That was a pretty impressive performance by Frankie Gissender of the.
Well, Mike, looking at their roster online, here's the thing. That wasn't Frankie Gissender.
That was not Frankie Gissender?
It doesn't. I don't think so.
The pitcher doesn't match the
It
player.
doesn't.
So we're
This
giving
looks like
credit
Frankie Gissender, which I don't know if that's really good news or really bad news for the Jayhawks.
I don't know, but that was a straight up old come out and wrestle you.
This
is
young man
Frankie
looks like the
Gissender.
Frankie Gissender on their home on the Niagara Community College homepage. He's a sophomore out of Rochester, New York.
Dissendaner, Frankie Dissendaner. Who's Frankie wrestling? Frankie just got taken down.
Well,
Not that a 4-time state champ who pinned his way through a last tournament can't get taken down. However, he did.
I'm utterly confused at this point, Mike. This is the person who was texting me, who was wrestling from Muskegon, has lost interest and stopped texting me at Tom Jenkins. I think that this is Trevor Matson.
Trevor Matson.
Trevor Matson, all the way to Muskegon from St. Ignace, Michigan. Matson, a state qualifier last year. He was 4th in the region, 2nd in the district. Senior record of 32 wins over 11 losses.
What grade did you say he was?
He is a freshman. So Mr. Jenkins just texted me that this is actually Cody Reese, Mike. We're a well-oiled machine here.
Well-oiled machine.
Cody Reese is a high school state placer out of Coloma. He was 3rd in the regional. He's a freshman. He was 3rd in the regional last year. District champ, 37-10. Jenkins just sent me his most sincere apology. I don't know if he's watching or listening.
I'm not sure, but we
I'm glad I held my tongue. I was gonna say some stuff about him, but if he's listening, I won't.
as they go out of bounds, the score 4-3.
Doesn't this look like Frankie Gissender?
That looks and Daner, Gissendaner.
Gissendaner? Gissendaner.
There's an N in there,
There is.
so that N's what's throwing us off there.
Move forward! Move it forward! Hey, just one move now, just one move. Just one move, Nick. Go forward! Go forward! Move it forward, Nick! 2, 3.
Frankie's got Cody on his back right there for 4.
We'll tilt over on the short edge of the mat.
We go out of bounds.
Mike, on paper, they have their wrestler Christian Robinson wrestling at 157. So this is either Gissendaner or it's Robinson. Robinson, if it's Robinson, out of Arkansas City, Kansas.
Arkansas City, Kansas. Arkansas, Kansas?
Arkansas, Kansas, by way of Niagara.
By way of Niagara. Not Niagara, Michigan.
Not Niagara, Michigan. And if it's Robinson, Robinson was 3rd at the Brockport Open.
He looks more like a Robinson.
If it's Gissendaner, it's just a mystery who was wrestling at 149. Well-oiled machine.
At 149.
Move on the whistle. Hits away, hits away, hits away.
I bet. I feel like this is Gissendaner. And Robinson's going to be the 165 pounder.
And Noah, that was. I think it could have been Noah Gillesso.
And Gillesso was the 3-time New York state champion. It's possible.
I think all this could have happened. Basically, ladies and gentlemen, we have no idea who's wrestling other than Muskegon Community College is taking on the Niagara Timberwolves of New York, Niagara.
We're guessing. We're guessing.
But we know this is Cody Reese.
It's Cody Reese.
Cody Reese just got taken down and then let back up. And Cody Reese has got his hands and head on the mat and is taken down again. 1, 2, fall.
Right at the end of a period, too.
We're going to call that 4 minutes 45 seconds. So that brings us halfway through the dual meet, Craig.
What's the team score right now?
Team score, we started off with Zach Sykes getting beat by decision with a score of Timberwolves 3, Jayhawks 0. Went into the 133-pound match where Isaac Trout out of Jenison, Russell's for Mesquite Community College, took on Niagara's Matt Gowron and had a major decision of 11-3. And then it moved into a trio of falls for the Niagara Falls Timberwolves. They put it in. We don't know who they were wrestling, but we know there's 3 of them in a row. Brings us to the team score halfway through, 21-4, the Timberwolves. That brings us to our 165-pound match. Who do we have up today?
It could be anybody, Mike.
Could be anybody.
Cody Reese. That was Cody Reese. Yes, we have. This is this Galasso?
Trevor Robinson.
Trevor Robinson from Niagara.
And Trevor Robinson's wrestling who? Cody Reese.
It's Trevor Robinson for the Jayhawks.
For the Jayhawks.
This is Trevor Robinson from the Jayhawks. And I feel like this is Christian Robinson from Niagara.
Pair of Robinsons.
Pair of Robinsons, that was confusing. Trevor and Christian Robinson. Trevor last year, he's a freshman. Last year he was a high school state champion, regional champion, district champion out of Shepherd High School.
Out of Shepherd. What's Christian Robinson's story for the Timberwolves?
Well, Christian Robinson was 3rd at the Brockport Open. And that's what we know.
All right. Ooh. There's a little latitude with that out of bounds line.
Yeah, I thought so too. Probably fortunate for the Jayhawk. The Timberwolf Robinson was, I don't know, he was in great position, but he initially was in pretty deep. Little pass by there, got a corner, but not enough of it.
Oh,
He's still in the
There's
cylinder.
2.
It's a great example of how that out of bounds rule works.
really is. As long as one part of your body stays inside that cylinder.
Did he not score back points there?
No, he was on his side there, right towards the end. So
I was watching his toe.
his toe was in. Christian Robinson from the Timberwolves was on his side.
You can't get back points if you're on your side.
Not legally. And that's the end of the first period. At the end of the first period, we have a score 2-1 for Mesquite. It's their choice. The Jayhawks' choice. Jayhawks will defer. Christian Robinson's going to choose down.
Trying to find a little bit more information about Christian Robinson.
Trevor Robinson's riding a single leg ride, so kind of a short leg ride.
How are his hips? He in good shape right there?
He's a little bit high. I think he's got to sink that back. got that
inching
leg
higher
all
too, isn't he?
He is. He's got that leg all the way on. Trying to throw the other boot in, but he's pretty high. And then, just like we said there he goes, 2 reversal.
Christian Robinson had a pin last week against Western New York Athletic Conference rival Mercyhurst Northeast. So I guess he's dangerous.
Must be he's got a little danger in him.
But Christian Robinson is long, and by that I mean long arms. And he had a bundle over here on this side of the mat. I'm not sure you can see it on TV. Those guys are dangerous with the long arms. They can reach and not get themselves out of super far out of position. And it's probably his length there that saved him a point, because Trevor was clear.
Trevor was clear. And now, not knowing riding time, scores all tied up, 3-3. Halfway through the second period. Christian Robinson in on a shot, got his head out. Got a little funk going on here. Short time. Trevor's got to get his head up, get his head higher than Christian's, and there's the 2.
He stayed too low there, didn't he? He's got to, for the kids watching at home, if you're going to try the funk, really got to come up high quick.
You got to get your head higher than your opponent's, for sure higher than his hips.
They go to the table to question that takedown and whether there was time left.
Question whether there was time left on that other takedown.
The referee's going to ask the score girl who's doing the tap, and if there was time. She's going to probably be the most impartial witness to what the time situation was.
Did he wave off the 2?
I wasn't sure if he confirmed it or waved it off. I saw him show the table 2, and then my eyes diverted to the corner. I was looking for their reaction. I saw him moving, but I didn't see whether he waved it off.
He showed the 2, waved his hands. I can't tell if he pulled the points off the mat or not. So the score is either tied up at 3, or the score is 5-3 in favor of the Timberwolves. Trevor Robinson from the Muskegon has chosen the bottom position to start the third.
Flurry of action off the bottom. Of course, we can't see the scoreboard from the TV table.
Cannot tell if there's riding time or not. I believe it's got to be pretty close. Christian Robinson from the Timberwolves is doing a pretty good job of riding.
He's over both hips, isn't he?
He is.
Of course, there haven't been any stalling calls. He's, depending on what the score is, could be content just to stay there.
He's got a bar. He's working that hammer on the back.
We talked about his range and his length and his arms. We'll see if that comes into play here with the Jayhawk flat on his belly on the mat.
Niagara's riding a spiral ride right now. It's a good way to come off the hips a little bit without getting yourself in too much trouble. Now he's back on the hips. Of course, Muskegon's flat on their belly too, so comes off the hips, pull that hammer on the back. Now Christian Robinson from the Timberwolves might use the wall here.
It's a little leverage.
There's a little leverage.
If you're just using your toes, it doesn't count.
It doesn't count if you just use your toes. You're still inbounds.
If you put your whole foot on the wall, then you can't do that.
That's cheating. That'd be cheating.
Fred Schmidt over there on the side of the mat, keeping a close eye on the situation.
Watching what's going on here.
Oh, now he is. It's like the Thunder and the Lakers just finishing up underneath our vantage point. We're going to find out the score right now, Mike.
I believe we will. I believe we will.
Trying to read body language right now.
I think the Niagara wins.
There we go.
So, with 1 point riding time, the score is either 4-3 or 6-3. Either way, team points are the same.
That'll bring us to 174. Looks like it's going to be Sayer Robinson. Nope, 174 will be Colby Danbury. He's Colby Danbury out of Holt, Michigan. Wrestled for Rocky Shaft. He's a freshman. He was a state placer last year, regional runner-up, district champ. Finished the season last year at 31-4.
What's his last name there, Kurt?
DeBerry.
Colby DeBerry.
Colby DeBerry.
Okay. Who's Colby taking on from the Timberwolves?
Trent Ingraham. Ingraham was 4th at the Brockport Open last week. Maybe last year too.
That's who he's wrestling?
Trent Ingraham. I'm going to confirm that on their media page, but no. Well,
maybe.
Listed on the paperwork we have is Adam Mateo at 174. I'm going to check their roster. See if that is Mateo or Ingraham.
Right now we're in a little bit of a scramble. Mateo's got a hold of the ankle, got his head down, but Colby has a hold of the leg and is trying to take that over. Mateo's got his head high though, so he's in the better position of the two. Trying to lace that leg and pull that shoulder to the mat, and there's his 2 points.
I think this is Ingraham.
This is Ingraham, that's what I've been saying.
Trent Ingraham from Ilion, New York, Central Valley Academy, sophomore. 4th at the Brockport Open still, and he has the Jayhawk on his back. So the Jayhawks have bumped their wrestlers up from 141 to where we are now. As have the Timberwolves.
And just like that, he gets a reversal.
DeBerry might score some back points here.
Oh, he's got him.
That's tight.
There it is. And that's a fall. Nice job, DeBerry. I'm going to say that's roughly 2 minutes into the match. 2 minutes, 10 seconds for the fall.
I think that's a good, solid estimation of time.
That adds some points in there for the Jayhawks. They're not out of it yet.
This is going to bring up
184.
184 will be Sayer Robinson for the Jayhawks.
Are we sure?
Well, that's what Tom Jenkins has just
All right.
texted me that the 185-pounder will be Sayer Robinson. He's listed as our 174-pounder, so he's wrestling up a weight class. Sayer is a freshman out of Durand High School. He was a state placer last year. 3rd in the regional, 4th in the district. Finished his senior year at 40 wins over 16 losses.
Who's he going up against?
Josh Thibault. Is that how you'd say that
I
name?
would say it, Thibault. If that's what we're going with. Text Jenkins to clear. Josh comes in, gets a takedown.
Got a little wing tilt there.
He got a wing tilt for 4. He still has the wing in, and there's his 4 points near fall.
Got the Grand Valley State University Lakers doing their best picket fence maneuver in front of us here, Mike.
Yeah, so it's hard to tell what's going on as far as wrestling action goes.
Well, this Timberwolf sneaky with his back points.
This one's a little less sneaky.
That's pretty tight.
And there's a fall. We're going to say that's 2 minutes, 10 seconds, the same time as the last one, oddly enough.
What was your estimation of time there?
2 minutes, 10 seconds.
So the Jayhawks are going to give up a void at 197.
They are? All right.
That's what Jenkins texted me.
They're giving it up. Well, obviously, they should give this one up. The guy has a mohawk, I think. So you can't wrestle somebody. You can't wrestle against someone with a mohawk.
There's a lot of hair on this Timberwolf that's going to walk out.
Do we know who this is? We'll
I'm
call him
guessing
Devin.
it's Devin Van Langer. He's got a leg sleeve on. Goes with a double hand raise. And that's got to just about put this one out of reach for the Jayhawks.
It was out of reach after that last fall.
Okay. So we'll move to heavyweight.
Who do we have at heavyweight?
We have Jaden Rice, a freshman out of Belleville. He's a high school state placer. Finished his senior year at 38 wins and 10 losses. He's going to take on Leroy Williams. We have no information on Leroy Williams other than that is his name. See if I can find something. He's a freshman out of Oneonta, New York. Oneonta High School. I'm sure I'm not saying that correctly.
I'm sure of it. This looks more like maybe Raymond Murray.
For the who?
For the Timberwolves.
Raymond Murray?
This looks like Raymond Murray that will be wrestling.
I disagree.
Really? I think you're wrong.
Well, there's not a picture of Raymond Murray.
But there is one of Leroy Williams. So, if you're going to deduce...
Oh, never mind. I had it backwards. My apologies.
Now I think you might be right.
There's a lot of moving parts over in that corner.
Moving parts, and we're really just guessing.
No, you're right. It's Murray.
Yep. No pitcher required.
No, but in my defense, he's not on their homepage. Nope, there he is too.
There he is.
He's a freshman out of Glen Rose, Arkansas. Boy, the Timberwolves go deep
They
into
do.
Arkansas.
That's a wrestling hotbed, Arkansas. Is it
wonder
Arkansas, Kansas?
Yeah, Glen Rose, Arkansas. Doesn't Ark mean Arkansas?
It's Arkansas, but we had a kid from Arkansas, Kansas, too, earlier today. So
Oh, yeah. That was confusing as well. This is Glen Rose, Arkansas, not Arkansas, Kansas.
we really don't know what we're doing over here.
But it is Raymond Murray. We know that.
Raymond Murray.
Raymond Murray, we don't have any information on him either.
Between these duels, maybe we'll see if we can't have someone hook us up with the track wrestling.
Like solid information.
Just any information. I don't even need it to be solid, really. There's a size difference here today, Craig.
Jaden Rice is quite a bit taller than his
He
opponent,
does look taller.
Raymond Murray
Than Mr. Murray.
from Arkansas.
Ooh.
That's going to be a one-pointer.
That's a hands to the face.
Can't touch the face.
Cannot touch the face.
Eyebrows to chin.
That's-
Eric Heber Street. I read his lips. From the eyebrows to the chin. You can't touch his face. It'll be interesting to see how Raymond Murray of Arkansas
Contends with the size difference.
contends with the size, particularly the length. It's quite a wingspan on Mr. Rice.
He does look athletic too. He's got a. Jaden looks like he's an athlete.
Murray keeps trying to go underneath. He's reaching for legs. He's working his way through some of that defense.
He is scrappy.
I want you to make a prediction, Mike. We'll see if you're right. Let's forecast the second period. Either wrestler has the choice. Where do they go?
Oh, second period, either choice. I say down.
You're gonna pick down. So you're gonna say that if it's Murray's choice, he's gonna go underneath Jaden Rice.
I do believe that.
Look at him. He's on a leg.
He's on a leg. Ooh, he comes up on the body. You want to stay on that leg. He comes right up into the power wizard. Now he goes back on a leg. Way better spot for him to be. Jaden's got a little leverage with that on that wizard, so but he's not utilizing his leverage. I think there might be a little bit of an inexperience with that, but Jaden had a pretty decent position with that wizard.
Murray just has to extend himself so far to get into that trip position that he was in. He really didn't have a lot of power there once he reached so far.
Oh. There's a warning for stalling.
A little duck under for Murray. He's got the corner. Can he finish that? Short time though. Interesting little flurry there at the end.
To end the period, score is 1-0 for Murray. Oh, Jaden's option.
It's almost like you knew what you were talking about. He's going underneath. We'll see if Jaden can use those long arms, look for bundles or cradles.
Just like you say that, he's looking for that cradle. He's got position, and then we have a Timberwolf right in our way, so we can't see what's going on.
I'm going to re-text Tom Jenkins and see if maybe he can police this mat in front of us. Jenkins must not have his phone on vibrate because he's not getting my texts. Oh, now we got him. Oh, watch the, you'll be able to see this on TV. The long arm of the law. Oh, they picked that up on camera too. Tom Jenkins throwing his weight around.
Nice job. He's got the mustache for it.
He does. Super diplomatic
That
too.
is
I
it.
was expecting a little more authoritarian attitude.
You know why you get. And just like that,
Just
like that, here's another guy. Those Lakers like to get right in my way too. Oh, look at
the tilt.
nice tilt from the big man. I don't know that he has anything to tilt him with, but he's scored 4 back points with it.
I was not expecting a tilt out of the heavyweight. I like it, but I was thinking cradles,
It
bundles.
was a no armbar tilt.
It was a nothing tilt, just pulling into lap tilt.
Pull him lap. Might have been a crab. We can't see the opposite side away from us. So now, from having coached some big guys, if you're a big guy and you're gonna go down underneath, you need to come out. You don't want to stay down there for a whole period. Oh, and just like that, Mr. Rice goes down.
It's interesting to me. So he just scored back points on top. Never really was in any danger of getting scored upon on top.
He chooses down.
He chooses down. We'll see what he's got from down.
Maybe he has something. Oh, he's got an escape. He got an escape from down.
He did, yeah.
Let's see what kind of takedown he has.
But now he's in a spot where he's got to contend with, probably not going to have to contend with headlocks or throws, but, in bigger matches.
It looks like Murray's coming at him, though.
He's scrappy. They grow him scrappy in
He's
Arkansas.
scrappy.
Arkansas, Kansas, or Glen Rose, Arkansas.
Oh, nice shot. I say that, and you guys don't want to stay underneath big guys either.
He stopped. Well, he'll finish that one. That one he'll finish.
He's got to double it off.
He's gotta maybe just circle right.
You can't. You're going to run into that wall.
That's left. If he circles right, okay.
Oh, there's just 2, and they're out of bounds.
I swear I'd have had at least one takedown in college, if not for that wall.
If not for the wall, yeah, at least
I'd
one.
have had one.
People putting you in the wall, or
Yeah. That happened. Now we're right back on top. He's over an ankle. He's really controlling that. Can't see it on TV, but really in a good situation here is Rice.
you almost go with, hey, we should maybe want to let him go and take him down, and try to get the major, because right now he's up 7-1.
I'd like you guys to chase bonus points. Maybe he feels like he can turn them again with a
With a
seat
tilt.
belt lap seat belt tilt.
Yeah, he might, and that's Coach Stenberg's coaching him through some of that right now. Top man stalling.
And Jaden's looking at coaches. He does want to go neutral. Feels like he can get that takedown, chasing points.
I like this.
That would explain, the going down. He's comfortable on his feet. I get it.
Yep. Now he's got to get the takedown.
He's pushing the action.
He's got 20 seconds to get this takedown.
Plenty of time for a setup.
Ooh. Murray decided he'd take a shot at
That's
it.
back points. Count back points.
That
That's a good match.
was a good
Jaden
match.
Rice, smart there at the end. playing into your strength and into your comfort zone.
That was a nice last period too. So he has 2, 4, 6, 8-point last period, what makes it the final match score 12-1 for the heavyweight. So rounding out the bottom 5, we'll start right here at the 165 and 165 pounds. Robinson from the Timberwolves came away with a decision, either 4-3 or 6-3. Then it moved to 174, where Colby DeBerry from the Jayhawks finished with a fall, making the team score 10-24. Moved to 184, and Robinson fell to Thibault from the Timberwolves by fall, score 10-30. Avoid at 97 made the score 36-10 Timberwolves. And at heavyweight, we just finished watching that match where Jaden Rice, major decisions, Raymond Murray scored 12-1, finishing out that night 14-36 in favor of the Timberwolves.
So you look at that and you try to find some positives, and there are some. The way that the heavyweight finished that match and kids scrapped. The takeaway, though, while Niagara has some hammers in their lineup, they really have some hammers in their lineup. You have to eliminate the bonus points as best you can. Of course, nobody wants to go out and get pinned, and nobody's trying to go out and get pinned. But at this level, you just have to find a way to stay off your back.
You do. You have to do that. And maybe it showed us that we just don't want to go. We moved our lineup around and tried to do some things with the Timberwolves, and maybe that maybe that didn't work out the greatest favor for us. So we'll take a look at that. You don't give up those bonuses, and it's a different match.
You get yourself into a situation where you have to start moving guys out of their weight class, and in high school it's one thing. You take, for example, a senior 145-pounder and bump them up to 152 against maybe a sophomore or a junior, and it's one thing. You get to this level and you start giving up 15 pounds, 10 pounds. These are, yes, it's junior college, but these are well-conditioned and serious athletes, and that's a big deal.
It is a big deal. So that winds us out tonight. We'll go ahead and take a little break. MCC 14, Niagara Community College 36.
Awesome. We'll see you in a few minutes.
Thanks.